mentioned many times about how you want more and more clubs on campus. So when we come to fests, each club has its own event or a number of events, and students cannot attend more than one event at a time. So why not have a continuous fest, as in a non-stop fest, such as IIT Bombay does? Why can't MIT do this, having such a huge crowd here and such a huge fest that we put up every year?
Regarding this fest, of course, is very important, and being as an engineering institution, technical fest to be done in a different style. Being in the university and the institution, and that in the semester system, we have a very tight academic schedule. Everything is need to be fit in those calendar. But if it has to be done in a different way, I'm completely open, and let the student council can come up with their own plans to do that, and then we will get back to you on that.
There are few students who are not able to do that good academically, and failing that, they end up feeling isolated. So, what steps are being taken to improve this situation?
This is a very important topic, and I am quite aware of that now. And I went to each and every single class, and for this semester, all the 24 sections of the first year that I have gone. And this is the very one important item that I have discussed with them. Although the number is very small, but each single student is very important for me. And I know that there are some students, they have some anxiety disorders, some psychological disorders, panic attacks, anxiety attacks, and lack of concentration on their subject. Those are the major issues, and because of that they are not in a position to perform academically. And we are in the process of strengthening the student support system in the campus. Initially last year we had only one counselor, and now every day, morning and afternoon, these counselors are available. But the students must take that kind of a support to go to the counselor and take those advices. The another very important point which a student council group themselves they did it is called as a what do you say, student student mentors program. That is a very interesting, because in the administration it would be very difficult for us to pick those cases at the earliest, and I have a great hope on that. And my appeal to all my students is that there is nothing like failure, it is only the success delayed. They must not lose the hopes, because every child is very important and every child is special. I am very happy, even my wife, so she also joins me in many of these such occasions, and we have invited many people to our house and have some coffee, tea, dinner with us, and that is the family atmosphere that we would like to bring in those campus. I think we need to put all conscious effort. I am also requesting all my teachers to be a little more sensitive in handling such situations. In their words, actions, behavior makes a lot of difference. So it will be a continuous process, and we are on it.
So, sir, there are colleges under our university such as SOC and DOC, where students are rewarded with a certificate of appreciation or any certificate for their 100% attendance in their academics throughout the semester. So why don't MIT has that that sort of appreciation for their students?
Okay. I completely go by the appreciation mode,
Yes.
and I never ever appreciate the punishing mode.
Yes, sir.
There are few things which we have done. There is a tea with the director.
Yeah.
If any club, any individual has bring laurel to the institution or himself or herself, and weekly or a fortnightly we call the tea with the director. Okay, and we felicitate them, we give a chance for them what they have done, and they share with others. The second one is anything whatever we do it, any student comes back to me, I will be very happy and proud to post their achievement in my timeline in the Facebook.
Yes, sir.
And if any student has done a great thing, immediately on his or her mobile I will call to their parents and I congratulate them. Because most of the time that we call the parents when something is wrong with that child.
Yes, sir.
And this time, for the first time, if academically if the child has done very well,
Yes, sir.
we went to each and every single class
Yes.
with their own classmates. We have given one medal, one certificate. So these are the few things which we have done.
Yes, sir.
But if you think that there is a many other areas like an attendance related issues
Yes, sir.
and anything that if you think that this is something it makes my students to work more, and if they are encouraged to do better things,
Yes, sir.
I would be the first person to jump on those ideas and to implement it without any delay.
Yes.
It is completely in my hand and I will do that.
Sir, we've heard about some colleges such as VIT where they have a very flexible credit system. A student can opt for a subject from any department apart from their own department, and they can even choose to have a minor in subjects from other departments. So why not implement that here in MIT?
The flexible curriculum is called as the choice-based credit system. Our institution, once in 4 years, there is a major change in the curriculum happens. The next curriculum change will be in 2018 admissions. So during that, this is the one thing that we need to bring it. And I think because immediately changing may not be the right thing, because every cycle, once in 4 years, that we need to have this. Now we are taking all those feedbacks from the seniors and the alumni, the industry, and the existing students in the campus. And then there will be a curriculum conclave that we would like to have in our institution in next year, in 2017. And only one concern about the choice-based credit system is the adjustment of the timetable. Okay, for example, logistically, if you say that the 8 to 9 hours is in MIT, and if you say 9 to 10 hours if it is in other institution, that gap, because of the spread of the campus, that is the one thing that we need to address. But otherwise, there will be a lot of flexibility that we need to bring it. Lot of MOOC courses, online courses, and why only elective related to the other departments? We would like to bring many open elective schemes, including music, drama, Yakshagana, theatre, foreign languages, and humanities. But in my opinion, if my students goes through these courses, they not only become the engineer, they will be a fine engineers.
There have been complaints from certain departments under MIT about how students are very uncomfortable with the current marking scheme. Once the marking scheme is set and the other approaches are nullified or they are overlooked. So what do you say about that?
So I will look into that, but life always gives the multiple approaches. Okay, so even when you go out to an industry and when you look for an engineering solution, definitely there will not be a single solution available. We always look for an affordable and relevant approach. So I will really look into that. I'll get back to the Board of Studies. But if there is some particular approach is being required and if it is being mentioned in the question, and if the students need to express those approach, of course, then there will be no other options. But if the question is an open-ended, so definitely the multiple other approaches need to be addressed and given that weightage. So give me some time that I will get back to all my students and by discussing with my own faculty how it can be addressed.
During exam times, our library gets fully packed with students, and that's the time when people start looking for online materials. It becomes a very major concern because we are not able to connect to internet. So people have been asking for higher bandwidth, at least in those our libraries, so that more and more people can log into their account and then access to those materials. So can we see such changes in our facilities of our library at least?
Okay, one is about the connectivity issues.
Yes, sir.
And this is a very important, and in today's generation,
Yes.
even if I don't give good food, they will tolerate.
Yes.
But if I don't give connectivity, then it will not be acceptable. I know that because internet is a part of life. And I had a very lengthy discussion with all the concerned, including the CEO of the service provider, ION.
Yes, sir.
And of course, there are some immediate things that which we have done. One is that bandwidth is being improved now.
Yes, sir.
With the current bandwidth to this, and it's already being done. And the second, there are some of our hostel buildings are not E-friendly.
Yes, sir.
So because the buildings are constructed long back, there is a survey is being done, and some of the rooms where there is a completely a blind spot, we will wire them, so that at least the students, by sitting on those rooms, instead of a Wi-Fi, he will go with the wire connection. So those are the things that we are doing that. But increasing the bandwidth may not be the, I don't know, I have to go back and check it. But increasing the number of access point is not the solution technically, because there is a lot of interference happens. That is what is the survey says. So, but definitely there will be a lot of effort which comes from the service provider, and we gave a clear mandate to them, because when we have outsourced this to some service provider, he has to fulfill all those requirements on the satisfaction. But today's requirement and meeting student expectations is also a challenge for me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so because one side the data download, if I see, there is a huge number of data download. It indirectly tells me that yes, internet is working, otherwise how this download will happen. But it is not the data download again, it is the seamless connection, which I agree. But I am sure that in such a large campus and a tech savvy students, I don't think that I can meet those expectations. But discussion is on, and this is the one thing. It is on the priority of my mind.
In this case, even the security has been a major issue. So, don't you think even a better provider would give us a better solution for all these things?
As I told you, security is the major concern. But having said that, some of my students are very smart,
Yes.
and they are very intelligent too. And they can go to any level and hack those sites and all. But I have requested them, guys, please hack my site. Okay, but don't damage it. Come back to me. Because then I will tell the service providers that whatever you have claimed is not right. If the students comes out with their own ideas, saying that, sir, if you do like that, it will be more secure, I would be very happy to do that. So in that way, I also look for the support from my student community, how to make a secured network environment. Yeah.
A lot of students have requested that the textbook session be kept open for much longer hours, say about 10 o'clock, so that they could borrow books and return it much later in the day. So can the timings be extended?
I'll discuss with the chief librarian, and if that is the requirement, let us keep it open. But as a trial, maybe for the next sessionals,
Yeah.
okay, so I will just let us keep this open, let us see how does it work.
Even if it's
Okay.
only during the exams, it would
Yeah.
be helpful, because that's when students do need it the most.
Okay.
So that would be helpful, if not during the
Correct,
entire
correct.
semester.
So let us try that. So I'm completely okay with doing many experiments. Some may succeed, some may fail. But I will discuss and then take an appropriate action and advise to them.
Okay. Sir, you have proposed the construction of a student plaza at Kamath Circle. However, there are already some structures there right now, as the basketball court, and a lot of people are avid fans of playing basketball. So all they are worried about is what is going to be done about the basketball court. Will there be alternate arrangements made? or how is it going to be done?
Okay, so yes, the plan to have a student plaza in Kamath Circle, and this is the discussion which is going on for the last 1 or 2 years. Now we got the complete approval, and we could have really started by this time. But I requested my project team to hold on, just because of one reason of the basketball. Because I know how this particular place is being occupied. Although the institution is very happy to inaugurate that during the Diamond Jubilee celebration, but I am going very slow on that exclusively for one reason. I have already identified a place, and there will be 2 basketball court will come side by side. So, and it will be much nearer to the Kamath Circle. Okay, so once this is ready, the construction activity starts there. But there is some approval for those land is now we need to do that. Now I will again come back to you what is my plan. Because one side that I don't want to delay this structure because of the very prominent year that we need to celebrate it. So my appeal to all the students is I'll keep all the cautions, everything ready. But again, my request to the students in the campus, during this construction period, there will be some disturbance, definitely will be there.
Yeah.
So please make that kind of some sacrifice for at least your junior students, so that there will be a new excellent state of art facility which comes out with the Kamath Circle. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Very glad you could join us, sir. Thank you.